The new Skoda Kodiaq is already one of the best premium family SUVs you can buy today. It's spacious, comfortable, loaded with features and surprisingly good to drive. But what if you looked at the regular Kodiaq and thought, I want all that just with a little more attitude? Well, that's exactly what the Kodiaq RS is all about, which is coming to the Indian shores for the first time. And unlike many performance-themed SUVs, this one gets far more than just cosmetic upgrades. So what exactly do you get when Skoda decides to give its flagship 7-seater SUV the RS treatment? Well, you get more performance, chassis upgrades, bigger wheels and a much more sportier character. So let's take a closer look and see how much of that translates to real-life excitement. But before I do that, if you are new to the channel, do subscribe to Car and Bike, and while you're at it, hit that bell notification as well so you never miss an update from us. Let's start with the biggest reason why this car exists. Under the bonnet is the familiar 2-liter turbo-petrol engine, but unlike the regular Kodiaq, this one has been tuned to produce 261 brake horsepower and 400 Nm of torque. And that's a bump of 60 bhp and 80 Nm of peak torque. Now, these aren't small gains, and it is also not a situation where the bump is just on paper and you don't feel anything behind the wheel. You can instantly feel that extra power and torque, and you know that this SUV is meant for some serious fun. The engine is supremely refined. The pull is strong and it builds power and speed like nobody's business. In fact, it's extremely versatile. Quick overtakes, highway accelerations, or just cruising around in everyday city conditions, the Kodiaq RS can do all that and make you feel comfortable and confident while doing it. And what's also impressive is that torque figure, 400 Newton meters, and you get most of it from 1650 RPM, and it stays through a wider portion of the rev band, which means that no matter which range you are at, you will get some strong pulling performance from this SUV. I also love the character of the Kodiaq RS. Unlike other sports cars or performance SUVs, this doesn't feel that you have to all constantly push it. If you're just cruising around, keep it in comfort mode or normal mode and it will feel comfortable. School drops, office commutes, for those mundane things, this feels comfortable and calm. But if you want to have some fun, then all you need to do is put it in sports mode and hit that throttle, and suddenly the Kodiaq RS feels like it is ready for the racetrack. Now, like the standard car here too, the transmission duties are handled by that lovely 7-speed DSG automatic, and it does a fine job at sending power to all 4 wheels. The shifts are smooth and quick. In fact, the DSG continues to be one of the quickest in the segment, and it is paired well with the all-wheel drive system, which ensures that all that power is effectively put to use over here. But more power alone doesn't automatically make a car feel sportier, which is why Skoda has made some important changes underneath as well. One of the biggest upgrades comes in the form of the Dynamic Chassis Control Plus. Well, that's Skoda's fancy name for its adaptive suspension system. But the important bit is what it does. The system continuously adjusts the suspension depending on the road condition and the selected drive mode, which means that if you are in comfort mode, the SUV will behave like a comfortable family SUV, whereas put it on sports mode and suddenly you'll notice that things tighten up. The car feels much more stable, the ride becomes taut, and you also get superb handling. And that brings me to its third big highlight, which is the progressive steering system. Yes, this too has been upgraded. What it essentially does is becomes more direct as the steering inputs increase. The result, quicker responses and a much more connected feel when you're driving enthusiastically. That shows you a pattern over here, the duality of the Kodiaq RS. The SUV is not trying to be a hardcore performance machine, it is simply trying to be a much more sharper and engaging version of the already good Kodiaq. And that is what makes it an impressive package. When it comes to the looks, Skoda's styling treatment for the RS is conceptualized for the enthusiast and not those who are looking for a flashy SUV. Take the Kodiaq Sportline for example, that is already sporty enough. This one builds on that foundation and takes things to the next level. The biggest giveaway has to be the wheels. These 20-inch alloys are exclusive for the RS and instantly make the SUV look purposeful. You also get RS-specific bumpers and badging, while the gloss black trim further reinforces the sporty look. The overall design remains clean and mature, just with a little more aggression. Step inside and you'll see that you get a familiar cabin, but it's definitely sportier. The biggest visual change is the black leather treatment on the dashboard, door panels and the seat upholstery. There is RS badging thrown over on different places inside the cabin. It's a small touch, but it definitely changes the atmosphere inside the cabin. The sport seats offered with the RS are not just for looks, they are functional too. You get this nice bucket style seat with this attached headrest and the RS badging. There is good solid side bolstering, and you also get this thigh extender which offers extra support. In addition to that, you also get ventilation, heating, electrical adjustment and memory function for the seats. And with this 3-spoke steering wheel and the aluminium foot pedals, the RS noticeably feels more driver focused than the regular Kodiaq. But what you miss out on are the front massage seats which are offered with the LNK variant of the Kodiaq. Importantly, none of these comes at the cost of practicality. You still get the 7-seat layout, you still get the massive cabin, and you still get all the premium features you'd expect from a flagship Skoda. That includes the large touchscreen, virtual cockpit, Canton surround sound system, a panoramic sunroof, 360-degree view camera system, and a full suite of level 2 ADAS functions. The Skoda Kodiaq is already an excellent all-rounder. It is practical, premium and comfortable enough for most buyers. The RS adds something that most family SUVs lack: excitement. More power, more torque, adaptive suspension, sharper steering, sportier styling. And all that without sacrificing the qualities that made the Kodiaq such a compelling family SUV in the first place. So, if the standard Kodiaq is a sensible choice, then the RS is for those buyers who want their sensible choice to be a little less sensible.